YouTube, it's your new best friend, your sister from another mister, your cousin on your daddy's side. It is Crystal with Bald Black Girls Chronicles coming to you for another video. It's been over a month. It feels like it might have been 2 months, but it's definitely been over 1 month. Gosh. Well, where have I been? At home. I've been at home. I work from home now full time. So his sister be a little tired when she get off work, and then I start at 7 a.m. my time, and then I don't usually get off until 7 p.m. But then I get a nice little break in the middle of the day, so I could do YouTube videos. There's really no excuse. I have a bunch of excuses, but there's no real one. Let's see. What have I been doing lately? Working full time. I haven't done much of my business. My online boutique business, Seven Love Souls. I haven't done much with that either. I have been doing some soul searching, some thinking, some stuff. Because you remember I was on a spending diet. Now I've been on a spending diet a couple times, but I really tried to be on a spending diet this time. Let my husband tell it. I just found something else to spend my money on, which it could possibly be true. I don't want to say for sure it's true, but it could be true, you know, because of course I have my dog, Tabitha the tabby cat. And so I buy her all kind of fabulous stuff. I have to start doing videos about the stuff I get Tabitha. And that's mainly what I do. So I spend time with Tabitha and I work. That sums it up. But I've been shopping for her. So I bought her some new toys. I bought her some new shirts and a couple jackets and some snackety snacks. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And then I've been thinking. So going back, you know, I talked about that shopping diet. And so I've been not buying for myself like the stuff I was doing before. And trying to figure out where I want to go with my money. Because obviously a lot of money comes through my fingers. And then I find something to spend it on if it's extra money. So now I'm starting to think about savings, which is why you see my lovely gorilla friend here. Isn't he cute? Look, I will tell you, let me tell you a secret about this gorilla. There's 2 of them. I don't have the other one. I have to find out if my brother have the other one. He better not get rid of my gorilla. I gotta find out who has the other gorilla. So this is a thing. This is something that my dad had many, many moons ago. My parents, my mom and my dad had many, many moons ago. I remember this gorilla when I was a toddler or a kid, and my dad used to put change in here. How do I know? Because I used to steal a change. I was a little thief and I probably should have been arrested. But I used to steal the change so I can go down the street to the mart shop to buy me penny candy. You remember when candy was a penny? It's been a long time. But I used to come out and dig this out. It's probably got grooves in it. Look, all kind of grooves or whatever, because we used to take a butter knife and dig it out and then, you know, shake up the change or whatever and run to the store and get some penny candy or whatever, because we couldn't use our lunch money because we need our lunch money for lunch. So we robbed the little penny bank that my parents had. So this little number has been around for a long, long time, 70s, 80s, probably longer than that. So when my dad passed away, I was given one of the gorillas. And I'm hoping that one of my siblings has the other one. I'll have to follow up with Mom. Hopefully nobody threw it away because I'd take both of them. So I'll follow up with my mom about that. But I still have the gorilla. The reason that I have the gorilla is because this was a form of saving. And it was a small increments of saving, but it was saving nonetheless. I wonder how many people still save in a little bank like this. You know what I mean? But this is a form of saving. Now mine, he's fairly empty. I don't use him as much. He's mainly for sentimental values, and I'll keep him around forever and ever, amen, because he's plastic, so he won't break or anything like that, which is really cool. Unlike my son's big bank when he was growing up. I had a pretty tall bank. In the end, we ended up, I don't know how he ended up breaking that, but it was some like ceramic or something like that, and he had a bunch of money in there, girl. Anyway, so I'm talking about saving. So when my son was younger and I was a single mom, I saved how I could in the best way that I could, and it served its purpose. So here's some other things that I've started to do because I had little jars or whatever. So now I use these. They're almost like a milk jar of some sort, but I save. Like this one is for my nickels. And when I used to go to the bank, now I hardly ever go to the bank, that's another thing. I used to buy rolls of quarters and nickels and dimes and then put them in a savings. Most of this was for my son. I ended up paying him out, and I just kept the change, but I ended up paying him out. So nickels, that one's the nickel one, and then these are the coins, the dollar coins, you know, the gold ones that came out not too long ago. So I got a few of those. I probably have a couple more of those and a roll of those somewhere else. So that's what this one is for. Then I also have, I used to, wherever I went, I used to pick up $2 bills. So you see $2 bills, and then there's singles, and then there's some tens here. I'm talking about that is because now I'm trying to be a little more adult about my savings. Not that I didn't already have a savings account, because I do. When I first opened Ing was around. Are you familiar with that? ING. They used to have called kind of commercials. Well, they were bought out by Capital One, and so it's called now a Capital One 360 savings account, basically. So because I had my Ing for many years, and once it switched over to Capital One, I still use it as my way of savings, but being a little bit more strategic in my savings. So that's what I'm looking to start to include in some of my videos that I'll be having, is some of the things that I'm doing. So like one thing I recently did is I did a CD for 2 years. I think I did the CD for 2 years. And then I'll start to save so much money and then possibly do another CD. Because in the next 2 to 3 years, I would like to buy another house once we decide where we're going to settle. So that'll help me save some money and have interest earned on the money that I'm saving. But either way, so yeah, you'll start to hear information about my savings and what I'm doing strategically to save money in the future. I'm going to keep, I still love my, and these are the only two that I brought out, but I have a nickel one, I have a dime one, I have a quarter, and then my penny one. Let me show you my penny one. You remember Crown Royal, and you remember those Crown Royal bags? My dad was a big Crown Royal drinker, and so he, as a Crown Royal drinker, he had all kind of stuff. So when he passed away, again, I found me a way to honor him, and so he had this Crown Royal thing here, and so I had this with my pennies in it. You remember there used to be a joke where, you know, black people say their money in Crown Royal bags under their mattress. Anyway, so you'll start to hear a little bit more about different fun ways, hopefully fun ways, yet also adult ways that I've decided to start saving. I'm looking into different programs to make it easier too, and just to start to squirrel away my money. So in case of a rainy day or a big trip that I want to take, or anything like that. So one of the things that I've been doing since I've been away is thinking about ways in order to save my money instead of just shopping, because I love shopping, but a sister got to prepare for that rainy day. Well, YouTube, stay tuned, because I'll probably try to have at least one video a month, doing a recap of my savings, something that I've added to my savings, or something that I've done in order to put myself in a better financial freedom sort of way. Well, YouTube, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all are having a happy holiday, or prepared to have a happy holiday. And until next time, if nothing else, be good to yourself. Bye, YouTube.